One of the positions that Bears fans were concerned about was the running back position. Now, while I have been someone that has said with the upgrades to the offensive line, we should see much better production from the offense as a whole, but especially that running game. But even with that said, the depth chart of DeAndre Swift, Roschon Johnson as the running backs 1 and number 2 were question marks for some Bears fans. And the Bears drafted a guy named Kyle Monangai there in round 7. Now, we know that they tried to trade up for Travion Henderson, so it's clear they wanted to some type of upgrade at the running back position. They didn't necessarily get that in the way that they had hoped for, but Kyle Monangai, who joined the team, like I said, as a 7th round pick, has done nothing but shined in training camp thus far, making the coaches take notice of him and the potential that he could bring to this team. We've seen him make plays in training camp so far as a blocker, as a runner, and as a pass catcher. And that's affecting the game in all 3 levels and all things that he has strength in his game. Keep in mind, this guy was the leading rusher at Rutgers, man. And so not in a shabby conference in the NFL either. Well, it seems like Ben Johnson has also taken notice, of course, of Kyle Monangai and says this: I'm very pleased with where he's at. I think he's a guy we're going to be able to trust this fall. Now, very simple quote when it comes down to that. But I think when you look at it and want to read between the lines there, a 7th round pick coming in and your head coach, who, yes, a first-time head coach, but has coached some pretty damn good high-powered offenses in his time, says that he's a guy that we already feel that we can trust. To me, that says that, hey, Kyle Monangai, I'm not saying that, we had a voicemail over the weekend in which somebody said that Kyle Monangai could challenge for running back 1 snaps potentially. And I'm not willing to say that quite yet. I want to see the progression naturally that goes before you can get to that point. But that does tell me that if your head coach and your offensive play caller feels like they can trust you already, that means you're going to have opportunity out on the field. And like the thing that I've been saying is that it really comes down to what does he do with the opportunity that trust has provided him? And that's going to be the biggest question here, right? I think for Ben Johnson's offense to be the best version of itself, you have to have a running game that's respectable, if not better than that. And so, we've seen what he's done with Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, right? And now the question is what combination of Swift, Roschon Johnson, and Kyle Monangai, maybe even Ian Willer, who we've heard some pretty good things about him in training camp so far as well, a little while ago, though, at this point. Can you unlock some facsimile of that for the Chicago Bears this year? And that's the question that they're trying to answer. Not only is the coaching staff trying to find the balance to that, but the players are trying to answer and how they can do that.